How you doing? How's it going? How you doing, right? Life is just time. That's all it is. It's just time. It's the ebb and flow of the essence of the universe. I sometimes think that all that matters is that you seek out that which is beautiful to understand it. Avoid the woke mind virus. It seeks to kill all that is beautiful. Those who know, know. Once you've seen enough of life, you understand. And there's no going back. You can't put the genie back in the bottle. You can't unlearn the truth of matters. You can try to forget about it, but you can't unlearn it. You can try to distract yourself, but you can't unlearn the reality of things. Seek out the good things. The good times. The love of family, the life of friendships. But most of all, be true to yourself. And then the universe will lead you wherever you need to go. That is flow. Welcome back to, oh look, there's a new screen. Do you want to buy cosmetics? No. Do you want to buy the astral mount? You what? Get yourself a sinister new look. Press A to buy now and B to continue. I've got a mouse and a keyboard, people. You really haven't thought about this. Do you like the new look? Apparently it's called Legendary. Apparently. Apparently. A lot of things apparently. I've just noticed that one of the lights is not on. If you set up a green screen and you've done some streaming, then you know that. Oh, look at this. Then you know that light matters. Let me just stick that on over there. And you know that light matters. There are, in fact, and trust me about this, I worked in studios, in photographic studios, and friends who had photographic studios. It's a billion lights. get the contrast right, I've had to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lights into this room. And it still doesn't work properly. Such is the nature of life. I think this wall's supposed to fall down. Look at this. We entered a sketchy world, quite literally. Oh, Revelio doesn't work. Okay. Obviously there's one spell that's gonna...
Default. Defender.
No. No, the list of spells don't work. What's 3?
Descendo.
It says on the screen that the list of spells should work. Okay.
Revelio.
T doesn't work. I'm mashing T to change my spells, and it doesn't work. In fact, it says that they're non-existent. Okay, that's weird. I think the game is glitched. Doesn't make any sense.
Bombard.
Alright, I didn't think that would work at all. I obviously have no idea what I'm doing. None. No idea. None. What the fuck? I had to make myself invisible.
Potato. Stupid. Bombard. Descendo. Depulso. Bombarda. Potato. Repulsor. Bombarda. Stupefy. Repulsor. Bombarda. Protego. Bombarda. Stupefy. Bombarda. Defendo. Defendo.
A simple stone. This must be for me.
You're far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it seems.
I can't believe she's dead.
Oh, poor Neve. Gone so.
Let us always honor her memory.
We won't be the same without her.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self. But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable, wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong
You
hands,
saw what I did for my father. Only imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Dora.
This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
What did she remove from her? Sorry about that. Ancient relics. Sorry about that. And about that. And the egg. Not important. The fuck is that?
Incendio!
Can't pick it up. Oh, that's just the pedestal it was on. Okay. It's just the pedestal it was on. Still here, dude. Sorry to keep you waiting. Speak to the newly arrived keeper. Where? Okay.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed, was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I found it disturbing. But how did she gain power from it? How did she harness it?
It was disturbing. Although, I wonder that you are asking about her power. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
I shouldn't have reacted so bitterly about your goblin friend. I apologize. I hope we can finish what we started with the triptych. Please meet me at the southern coast. We can search for the final canvas piece.
Sounds like a good place to go. Meanwhile, I gotta do a little bit of checking on a few things. I'll be back in a mo. Back in a mo. Don't nobody go nowhere. Yes, yes. Face the truth of matters or perish. That's what I say. Face the truth of matters or perish, for the truth remains, or the problem remains, until you understand what you need to understand. And then it just vanishes. Where's the... Where's the meet Sebastian? It says there, meet Sebastian at the southern coast. Okay, I need to be level 3. Okay, so I gotta do something for that. Wait a minute, that's... Okay, that's Hogsmeade. She wants to meet outside Hogsmeade. I think, therefore I am. And I think that I know what I'm doing. I don't think that's rendered properly. Oh my god, I need to get out of Hogsmeade. South. South. Where's the south? Excuse me, sorry about that. Check that out.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
glad you came.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and am trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Evidence.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
What was upstairs? What is up at the very top?
Hello, Hamora. Revelio.
That should be a weight, no? Should be a wait until night, set waypoint. How come I can't pick that up?
Glad you came.
Revelio. Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's been here all along.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What does he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Revelio. Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Un momento. To fix this. Fixed. How am I supposed to get over there? Over the wall?
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
scurrying home at night these days. You can't be too careful. Historically speaking, there's never been a team like this.
Natty must be around here somewhere. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken. Revelio!
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Only a hairy-hearted frog would cast a defender on a cow.
Not saying I don't cast the odd cleaning spell when no one's looking.
If something threatens me,
They're like postcards, really, aren't they?
Levioso and Stupefy combined.
Revelio! Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Unexpected.
The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Accio! A hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
An aversion.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
I've had enough of that. It's got to work.
It's mine.
Hey, using that girl as bait. Everyone's coming for her. We ought to just kill her.
Harlow says her friend had been rescued. He wants them alive.
Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
weren't capable of defending themselves.
Hang on! You're a bit dodgy. That's just it!
Confringo, Expelliarmus, Incendio.
This is your first battle, isn't it?
Expelliarmus.
Don't do that!
Confringo. Incendio. Defendo. Expelliarmus. The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back. Revelio. Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. I'll deal with her when it comes.
Look what you've done!
Incendio. Defendo. Confringo.
Ah! Hardly felt it. Flash of inspiration.
Expelliarmus.
Now,
Incendio.
while you're still alive. Barely felt anything.
Incendio.
What are you, shy? Not me,
Expelliarmus.
My what? I can
Natty must be here somewhere.
You found us. I knew you would bring us. I had left my wand for you. Speak to Mr. Ray. He will tell you what you need to do.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand. It must be blocked by something.
Revelio.
Mr. Rabe's wand could be in there.
Aloha Mora.
If Natty couldn't summon Mr. Rabe's wand from her cell, it must be blocked by something. Mr. Rabe's wand! He'll be glad to have this back. Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Lumos.
Lumos.
Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos. Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
Yes, let's.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
That relic is the key to saving Anne. I know it. Meet me outside of Feldcrot as soon as you can.
There. 3.
Accio.
There's got to be something with 4 on it there. We'll do a few more minutes. I'm out of coffee again. I'm out of coffee again.
Seems a pleasant enough little place.
Yes, little did you know. How can you still be so far away? That's got to be over there. What the fuck? Where's Sebastian?
Wonder if I'm safe to explore in there.
Down, go down. Okay, I must have missed it.
Always said that travel broadens the mind.
That'll be miles away.
These rocks have seen better days. Could it be a Merlin trial? Confringo! Revelio. Accio.
No, okay.
You
Reparo.
saved Mr. Raven from that giant. We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Reparo. Revelio. Descendo. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Incendio. Levioso. Reparo. Not so tricky after all, Merlin. Descendo. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Sebastian, a lost relic from a catacomb which requires a dark sacrifice.
I know how it sounds, but if this can help you, it's worth the risk.
Does Ominous know about this?
He helped find the scriptorium where we discovered Slytherin's spellbook.
Very well. If Ominous will be there, I'll meet you. We don't have much time. Solomon wants to leave Feldcroft.
What? Leave? Never mind. You need to stall him. Buy us time, Anne. Please.
I shall do my best. I'll be in touch.
Solomon can't take Anne from Feldcroft. Where would they go? When would I see her?
Sebastian.
I can't believe my uncle wants to leave Feldcroft. Anne's going to stall him. She must. We need time.
Time? For what?
I've learned more about the relic. I cross-referenced Slytherin's spellbook with everything in the library on relics and dark sacrifices. That's when I realized something. I believe the relic will only work inside the catacomb.
So we have to get Anne to the catacomb and then conduct a sacrifice? Seems risky.
It'll be worth the risk. Our biggest hurdle may be convincing Ominous. And we'll only give this a chance if he's on board.
And we have to keep all of this from your uncle. If he goes to the headmaster, we could be expelled.
Let me handle Ominous this time. As for my uncle, he's not an Auror anymore. What he doesn't know, well, won't hurt us.
Good luck with Ominous. Until we meet again.
I shall let you know when the four of us should meet at the catacomb. Look for my owl. See you soon.
Alright, seems a suitable place to take a break. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name's Stu, I represent the Academy. All things done differently, be different, be better. What the hell was that?
Revelio.
Ah, target practice.
Revelio.
Alright. Let's do this. And then this. And then this. And we're good. Thursday today. Day for the Fishman. Seriously. There's a man with a van. And he sells fish.